What's up, y'all? It's your girl Mickey Truth, and we are about to start the show. And I say show because y'all, when I say it, I've been doing a lot of research, okay, for the past 48 hours. I actually came up with doing Wu-Tang because I'm like, okay, hip hop, I'm like, it's not gonna be that deep, it should be interesting just to, look into it. And then when I started looking into it, it was like, oh wow. So it was going on like that. But we're gonna get into all that, man. Like I said, I've been definitely working hard at getting this done for everybody in the shortest amount of time as possible. And I think I did pretty good. So before we get into it, let's go ahead and kick it off. Yo, hookah.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Hookah Anonymous, and you are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real.
Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. Good reporting ass Mickey. I made it through. We love you, Mickey.
Yeah, I don't know if it was skipping on y'all. Yeah, I don't know why that was skipping, but nevertheless, what it do, y'all? What it do? Jerseys on. I got Wolverine in the mix, y'all. we got some info to talk about. Like I was saying, man, came across this a couple actual hip hop like cases I'm actually gonna be doing. This is the first one. It wasn't even I really didn't even think I was gonna break it down like this. But once I like got into it, I was like, yo, this ain't just Wu-Tang Clan, man. I'm talking about RZA. Is it GZA? Old Dirty Bastard, all them. That's the Wu-Tang for sure that I'm talking about. And we're gonna get into it, y'all. I even look, y'all about to see, give me a minute. Let me share my screen. I put some effort into this thing, okay? Because I was like, yeah, this is hip hop for sure, okay? So I was like, I gotta do my part. Gotta make sure I present this correctly. Let me pull it up. As soon as I can find it. Jizza, okay. Yeah, because I was like, what the world? Now what? I know not. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let's see here. But yeah, I've been at this thing, like I said, for the past 48 hours. Because I had to do my research. Well, I had to read documents. Then I had to do my research. Then I had to come back and put it together so that, I can present it. So yeah, it's been look, I had to even get offline for a minute to actually get it together. But nevertheless, we are here. Now I will say I did have to break it down into two parts. But this first part you're gonna get a lot of the gist of it. Come on. All right, hold on. I might have to share it a different way. Make sure I shared it right first. Yeah, it's saved. So why can't I pull it up? I'm trying to avoid having to share my actual whole screen, my whole computer, but I think I might have to. What to do, AZ? Okay, hold on. I think I found it. Is this it? Let's see. All right, I'm just gonna share my whole screen. That's gonna suck though, because I actually have some other things to pull up, and if I share my whole screen, y'all give me 1 second. Let me figure this out real quick. Dang it. So for the past 4 hours, okay, I have been working on this presentation, and now it's telling me I can't even share it the way I want to. Can I save it a different way, maybe? Let me see. me save it this way. Okay. Let me see. Is this gonna work? Let me see. Okay, so all right. So this is what we're gonna have to do because I'm gonna have to just share my whole screen, and we just gonna have to bounce back and forth. When need be, I don't want to hold it up too much longer. So give me a moment. That's crazy though. I can't believe I can't just share it that way. That sucks. Hold on, can I share this way? Hold on. I might be on to something. Might be on to something. I think I figure out how I can share it. I don't think that's gonna work. All right, let me see what this is about to look like. Nah, it ain't gonna come up that way. All right, hold on, y'all. Boop, boop, boop. No, did it change? No, y'all can't see it. Can you get prison docs? I mean, you can always request them. It's up to really the prison or whatnot to say yes or no. But yeah, everybody can actually get them. To be honest, you just got to request them. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm not looking at the screen at the moment. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. I gotta cut the sound off. Hold on. All right, boom, we in there. So before we get started, so AZ, yeah, you can request them. It's just up to the prison and their protocols to see if you can get it. It just depends. I've never requested them myself because I don't really get into that aspect of it, but I know it's possible. All right, y'all. So like the title says, this is in regards to the Wu-Tang federal investigation. And I broke it down as simple as possible. So we're gonna get into it. The FBI did complete a probe between 1999 and 2004. Those files was released. I want to say some years back, maybe like 2014. I will tell you the timeline itself of the documents do not come in the order I did it. I actually timeline researched it myself. So that's why you see timeline research by Mickey Truth. So we're gonna get into it. Next one is again from the research of Mickey Truth. All information is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Any conclusion that you draw is on you, not me. So we're gonna get into the first page. All right, so just a little history for those who don't know. Y'all make sure y'all let me know if y'all can hear me clear. Um, the Wu-Tang Clan during the FBI probe time, right? These are the members that was part of it during the time that they were investigating. And that's RZA, ODB, is it Raekwon, Inspector Deck, Master Killer, Jizza, Method Man, Ghostface Killer, and You God. Now, before the probe, again, the probe started in 1999. These are a couple things I felt like it would be important as we go through for you to know if you don't already know. Okay, so that is that in originally RZA and almost all the other members, for the most part, are from New York. However, in 1990, RZA and his family relocated to Steubenville, Ohio. He also spent weekends in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Um, RZA was charged with attempted murder, but was acquitted in 1992 in Ohio. Okay, ODB has arrest in Ohio also, and I think that's important because that kind of gives us that timeline that ODB was in Ohio at some point also. And RZA, for sure, per his interviews, went back to Staten Island in 1992. All right. Now, a little bit about the shooting in Ohio with RZA. It actually, in a nutshell, came down to being over a girl. Okay, so I was kind of shocked to think that because he just comes off like he ain't really about pettiness, but he was 22 years old. So, I mean, things change. So he did shoot a guy in the leg. I was able to also pull up an article from, I want to say it was MTV.com. And it says here, what it do, YouTube Street Podcast? The plug. Yeah, I want to say, hold on, I thought your name was the plug. All right, so basically in this article, it says that RZA stated in a docuseries. So again, this situation can be heard of or spoken of from RZA himself in the Showtime docuseries. Okay, just a little FYI. So he shot a guy by the name of Willie Walters in the leg, and he went to trial for it, but he was acquitted. At that time, he realized, you know what, I got to change my life. And he went back to New York. Now, I will tell you, a year after this is when what we know as Wu-Tang Clan will start making its way to our lives, okay? All right. So, in the federal documents, okay, it's a lot of redaction. But the only member of Wu-Tang at this point in the paperwork that's available to see is ODB, aka Old Dirty Bastard, aka Russell T. Jones. The beginning. Now, the documents that you see are the actual documents from the release that was requested back in 2014. Again, they're out of order. I did my best to try to put them in order so we can kind of get what's going on. So, in this moment in time is August 17th, 1999. What was I doing in 1999? I think I was like 8, 9, something like that. But nevertheless, so the unredacted part that we can see says that AUSA, then it's a EDNY, which is Eastern District of New York, along with somebody, right? Discuss the investigation concerning the Wu-Tang Clan, WTC. The detectives previously presented a 10-page document which briefly described the chain of events surrounding the unsolved homicide of Robert Pooh Johnson. Information in this synopsis provides general background information about some of the members of the WTC and their activities. This 10-page document from NYPD will be attached to this EC. Now, I will tell y'all, they don't have all 10 pages, but the pages they do have, I am about to go over. And again, this is an investigation. I just want to keep y'all in mind. Investigations, okay? All right. Events, and when I say events, it's more events, but they're redacted. Okay, we're only going over the ones I can see or we can see because the forms are available for anybody. The murder of Robert Pooh Johnson in New York. It happened December 30th, 1997. Now, this murder is actually the first situation or incident that's listed on that document. Okay, the very first one. Okay, it happened in Staten Island. Now, what we will find out per the paperwork is why this murder is even mentioned with Wu-Tang at all. Okay, couple key points to remember on this case itself, as far as the murder, is that the weapon used in the murder was left at the scene, which was a black Glock 40. The clip, one round jammed in the weapon, and 6 shell casings were also discovered. A witness did provide a statement saying that a black Land Rover leaving the area around the time of the shooting, and the police requested a tracer on the weapon. Okay. Now, this is the actual document where it states that Pooh murder was part of the investigation. Okay. And it just goes into more detail about what I just said. But I want y'all to keep in mind one thing about this at this point, okay, is that you see on the second line, it says known Wu-Tang Clan associate. So keep that in mind. The victim in the murder is a known Wu-Tang Clan associate, okay? Also, another thing to keep in mind as we'll continue on down the timeline is that the weapon was found at the scene with the victim. It wasn't somewhere else. It was at the scene with the victim, okay? And I'm emphasizing that so when, just keep up, okay? Now, if you decide to go look into this investigation yourself, okay, this is what it's going to say. It's going to say Russell Tyrone Jones, who we know as ODB, and it's going to say was a member of the hip-hop music group known as the Wu-Tang Clan. The FBI looked into the group's activity under criminal enterprise statutes, but no charges was filed based on these investigations. The file ranges from 1999 to 2004. Now, to me, when I was reading it, I'm like, well, shoot, is Old Dirty Bastard the main target? Because, I mean, where's the other names, right? At this point, like, literally is listed just like that. So, keep that in the back of your mind, too. All right, so when I was looking over, I'm like, you know what? Since it's listed under ODB's name, then I want to look into ODB a little bit to see what's going on. Now, this is things I felt like was important. Again, I did this after I read the paperwork, so this is what I thought was important. The criminal history for Old Dirty Bastard or ODB, which I'm going to say ODB throughout the rest of it, starts back in 1988. Dang, that was when I was born. All right. Like I said, he does have charges filed in 91 in Ohio, which aligns with the RZA move to the area. In 1994, he was shot in the stomach. Multiple charges can be found in New York, California, Virginia, Pennsylvania, etc. 1998 was a busy year for him, and I'm about to tell you why. Now, events of 1998 pertaining to ODB. In April 1998, he was charged with attempted assault of, it's supposed to be his BM, so his baby mom in New York. And this baby mom is the one that has multiple kids by him. In May 98, he was ordered to pay over $35,000 in back child support. In July of 98, he was charged with shoplifting in Virginia. Also in July of 98, he was shot during a robbery in Brownsville, New York. And this is a key event to the probe. Remember that. In September 98, he threatened security in California. And then in November, he threatened his other baby mom in California and was charged. Now, July 1st, 1998 is listed in the actual events in the paperwork, which is the date that the robbery/shooting happened. It was reported, and we're about to get into that, but this is what the document actually looks like, labeling Russell Old Dirty Bastard Jones a victim. If you look into it, you will see surrounding this shooting/robbery is many articles from back then. MTV, Rolling Stones. Like, you kind of can take your pick on where you want to look at. This was listed in an article from Jam TV, which says less than 9 hours after being shot in the back during a robbery, Wu-Tang Clan rapper Old Dirty Bastard walked out of a New York hospital against doctor's orders. The 29-year-old Brooklyn resident checked himself into St. John's Hospital emergency ward shortly after the shooting, which took place at 5:30 p.m. in Brownsville section of the Barrows. Two men entered ODB's apartment at 254 Ralph Avenue and threatened him with a gun before stealing an undisclosed amount of money and jewelry, according to a police spokeswoman. ODB, who was born Russell Jones, was shot once during the robbery. The bullet entered through his back and exited through an arm, hospital spokesperson Lars Larman told. Okay? What it do, Loud Pat? Now, I'm going to touch on more about this in a minute, but that's just what we need to know just for right now. And make sure y'all liking it, sharing it. I spent a lot of time getting this together for everybody, so definitely tell a friend to pull up. Now, the next incident that's unredacted, okay, in the paperwork, and this is my thought process on the connection theory, meaning what is tying these events together. As y'all can see, July 23rd, 98, like I said, 98 is that year. For some reason, it's that year, okay? A homicide occurred in Ohio, okay, in Steubenville. Not even sure that's how you pronounce it. However, remember, that should sound familiar. That is where RZA and family members relocated to in 1990. That's where charges can be found for Old Dirty Bastard. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, I will say something interesting to me is that this particular victim, which they label Ishmael Hoodie Kurama, I can't find no online like articles, news, or nothing about this murder. That was weird. Like, I've searched, I can't even find a criminal history for this person online. And when I say for this person, because the date of birth is not provided. However, I searched the name itself and it doesn't come up with nothing about a murder. Okay, because in per this document it says this person Hoodie was shot 6 times. Okay, witnesses stated 2 to 3 males exited and then they redacted it at a location. Moments later, gunshots were heard. Okay, now the next couple parts is somebody saying something, right? But they redacted it. But if you continue down, you will see that Ohio State Police actually performed a car stop. One of the occupants that was in that car with New Jersey plates was ODB. Now, everything else is redacted, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, well, who else was in the car, right? So if you go down to the bottom here, it will tell you that a prisoner at the time was debriefed and provided information stating that this murder was connected to him owing someone, because it's redacted, and then the shooter was someone. If that don't grind your gears, okay? But nevertheless, that's what it says. Now, keep in mind of the date. This was, so the murder itself happened on July 9th. On July 23rd, this is where they was able to piece it together between the murder and the actual car stop. And then on July 28th, a meeting was held by commanding officers in Staten Island with 120 precinct detective squad, FBI group C30, and PBSI gang investigations and regarding this investigation. Okay, so keep in mind, this is all July 1998. Okay. Now, fast forward, August of 1999. Like I told y'all, the probe started in 1999, in my opinion, it started about August 3rd or 5th, like around that time frame. And it will be clear to me why I feel that way. These are the documents. If you want to go take a look at them yourself, definitely check them out. All right. So in this document, it does state that it was multiple victims that they came aware of. What it do, KG? In regards to being victims of crimes at different businesses and things like that. And they said throughout the United States, not just in New York. Okay. Now, Kelly Ann Moore was the AUSA during this time and determined it was enough information to open the investigation. And it says this case be open and assigned to SA, then redacted. Now, if you go to the second page, it'll tell you on August 5th, 99, a redacted person met with the AUSA and they kind of went over some information from the gang unit. Okay, so this is why I say it definitely had to be prior to this document being done. All right, so the next incident was January 1999. Now, this is prior to the actual probe being started. Okay, this is I was kind of like I remembered it a little bit, but not like that. But if y'all don't know, ODB was in a shootout with the police, and this is what happened on January 15, 99. ODB and his cousin was pulled over by two plainclothes NYPD officers in Brooklyn. They say that he had a gun. Okay, they said he had a gun. They ended up firing 8 shots at ODB. After accusing him of rolling down his tenant windows. Okay. And they alleged that he shot at him. I'll tell you the conclusion of it in a minute. It's on another slide. Another case that was on the unredacted events was the body armor case. This case happened actually in California. And basically, because he was a convicted felon, ODB was not supposed to have a bulletproof vest. However, he did. And he got charged with it. Now, again, he just got shot at, okay? Because from my research, I don't think he got actually hit, right? With the police shootout. However, prior to the police shootout, which was a month or so before this incident, he had gotten shot, like actually gotten shot 2 times before. Okay, so if you watch that docu-series I told y'all before on Showtime, which I watched all this last night, they actually speak of it. And his wife at the time of his death actually says he was paranoid. He had, like, in so many words, PTSD. I can think that's definitely understandable because, hey, he actually got shot twice. He literally just got shot, shot at by the police. And I mean, I don't think it would be far-fetched to take the risk and have a bulletproof vest. But nevertheless, he was charged with that. All right, let's get into the paperwork. So the first thing that stands out in the documents, now the document itself is 85 pages. It's more pages once you get into a different case, but as far as this investigation, it's 85 pages. So let's break this down, okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all my thought process, and y'all just tell me if y'all feeling where I'm going with it or y'all don't know, okay? So just keep in mind, if you look at case ID number 281F, so just remember, okay, because it's another case number that's gonna come about, but 281F is the investigation for the Wu-Tang, and you see title Wu-Tang Clan. Now, I will point out Wu-Tang got like 8, 9 members, and that don't look like, even with the redaction, that's going to be 8 or 9 members listed, right? However, somebody's right are listed. Now, what I found out was ETAL actually means like additional people, just without naming them in so many words. Now, the probe into Wu-Tang Clan started August 99. Now we have a document, October 99, that states in the detail part that a release supervisor advised that he will be traveling to Allentown, PA to provide and compare information relating to the drug business of the Blood Street Gang and the Wu-Tang Clan. Now, another document does state they feel that Wu-Tang Clan was connected to the Bloods gang. So again, everything is kind of like out of whack. I try to put it in order. So just that's a little if you didn't know. That's why this is significant. Now, it does not go into details any further after this document in regards to the Blood Gang and the meeting. Now, if y'all recall, and this is why I did the little before the probe, right? Remember I told y'all that RZA went and spent weekends with his family in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Okay. Now, this document went to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This meeting of the gangs, right, was in regards to Allentown. Guess what? Pennsylvania. So I mean, could mean nothing, could mean a lot, but we'll get into it. And y'all let me know if y'all got questions, put it in the chat. But I'm just gonna flow. Y'all don't say nothing, I'm just gonna flow. All right, so again, simple Google search on this. You will see a news article that said federal drug sweep targets criminal gang known as the Bloods. And this was December of '99, which was what, about 2 months after the actual meeting request was entered into the investigation. Now, before I go to the next page, this is not confirmed, okay? This is just me researching, trying to use context clues to, see what's what. So I will say before I click the page, this in no regards mean this is actually a case that's going to be related to any member of Wu-Tang Clan. However, the details of the page that's in their file could possibly be linked to it. Okay, so just want to put that out. So December '99, the morning call says federal raid targets 5 believed connected with Bloods gang, 4 arrested in Easton area, 5th suspect still at large. Fed state announced drug sweeps. According to criminal complaint, Campbell, Washington, Michael Ricks bought large amount of crack cocaine, heroin, and other narcotics from suppliers, mostly in the New York City area, but also in Maryland and the Lee Valley. So again, I'm looking into Wu-Tang investigation from the federal government. They mentioned Allentown, PA. I didn't go look around that time frame. Did any bust happen? A bust did happen, and they have connection to New York. I mean, it ain't far-fetched. It ain't saying like boom, but I mean, to me, it ain't far-fetched. So I did take a look at the actual federal indictment for this particular case. And I can't tell you why, but no documents at this point in the investigation or in the indictment is available. So I cannot pull the original complaint. None of that. None of those forms are available. And y'all see, possible, but not confirmed. Okay. So the evidence. Now, I pulled this directly off a document on this case. Okay. And y'all just tell me what y'all think. So this directly off a document on that case I just showed y'all. The evidence at trial proved that from in or about September 98 to in or about January 2000, defendant appellate Angelo Carter conspired with 15 co-defendants and others to distribute and to possess with intent to distribute 50 grams or more of crack cocaine base, heroin, cocaine powder, and marijuana, all within 1,000 feet of a public housing project in Easton, Pennsylvania. Co-defendants Rayford Washington, Michael Ricks, and Stacy Campbell was the leaders of this organization and acquired their drugs from sources in New York. I just want to take your eyes to Campbell, okay? Stacy Campbell. And I picked this name just because when I looked them up, most people was tied to hold on. KG said, let me see. A lot of people are getting money out of town at the time, so it's certainly not far fetched. Okay, so thank you. All right. So what made his, I think it's a him, right, stand out is because out of all the co-defendants, he actually has ties to like New York. Everybody else, mine is saying they were part of the conspiracy. He actually at some point lived in New York. I can't say he was from New York, but he actually lived in New York at some point. And boom, and this is why I say it. So a piece of the morning call investigation, or like not investigation, article. It says, generally speaking, and this is coming from the prosecutor in Eaton, the gang members are seen in Lee Valley, migrate from New York and metropolitan New Jersey. So this is Stacey Campbell actual transfer of his case years later, right? However, you see, Brooklyn, New York. So, like I said, that's why I think possibly could be linked. It's not far fetched to think, but again, it's nothing in the documents that was released to confirm this is indeed any form connected to the case, minus the document that says they went to Allentown, PA. All right, next part, the statement. So, and this is actually from the documents. As y'all can see, it does say Russell Jones provided an oral statement. Yeah. And I'm gonna get into something. I'm gonna wait to the end because it's something. I'm waiting to the end. I'm gonna finish this and wait to the end. I was about to jump somewhere, but let's get into it. Now, this is handwritten. These are the notes from November 3rd, 99. Okay, and this is the actual statement that was provided. I'm still gonna say allegedly from ODB in regards to the shooting that took place. It's hard. Look, let me tell you, I got the printed version in my hand right now, and it's still hard to really make out the words. However, I have the actual document that I'm gonna just read from on the next page. That's kind of more clear. I'll just switch, but this is the actual notes from the thing. All right. So this is FD 302. Y'all remember I told y'all about FD 302 before? Well, this is the actual FD 302, which is the actual statement. So when you make a statement or whatever to the FBI, they put it on form FD 302. So FD 302, and now I'm gonna read it because like I said, I got to print. Y'all hear the paper, the printed version. It says November 3rd, 99, Russell Jones, also known as AKA Old Dirty Bastard, was interviewed at Target Program Rehab Center in Pasadena, California. Also present during the interview was New York City Police Department Detective, Brooklyn Intelligence Division, and then a redacted name. After being advised as to the identities of the interviewers and the purpose of the interview, Jones provided the following information. Jones had returned from California to New York the night before he was robbed. He parked his Range Rover outside the projects of 254 Ralph Avenue. There, his redacted, lived in apartment 1A. Jones planned on spending the night at the apartment. Jones was traveling alone without any bodyguards. Jones was asleep in a bedroom in the apartment. A male cousin was asleep on the bed next to the one Jones was occupying. Blank was asleep in another room with her baby. Before falling asleep, Jones told Blank to tell the children to keep the door locked because they were constantly running in and out of the apartment. Jones was awakened from his sleep by a man who was pointing a .357 or .45 caliber gray gun in his face. Jones was unaware of what was happening and reacted by jumping up from the bed. The unknown male and Jones wrestled until the unknown male shot Jones in the arm and back. At first, Jones was not aware that he was shot. After shooting Jones, the unidentified male started to flee the apartment, but a second unknown male that was standing by the front door of the apartment said to the unknown male, "You got the SHIT." It is at that point that unknown male one returned to the bedroom that Jones was occupying. Jones confronted him and asked him, "Do you want my jewelry?" An unknown male stole Jones' jewelry from his body. The unknown male stole a link chain with a 7-inch charm on it and rings, all totaling about $10,000. After securing the jewelry, the two unknown males fled the apartment. Jones' cousin, who was laying in the bed next to him, arose after the unknown males fled the apartment. Jones drove himself to St. John's Hospital where he was treated for the gunshot wound. Then it says, before the robbery occurred, Jones' sister, who lives in the projects in Brooklyn, New York, heard that when Dirty came around, he was going to be hit. Jones thinks that his sister, cousin, and or his little cousin, Blank, last name unknown, knows who committed the robbery. Jones never investigated who robbed him because he did not want to cause problems from his family, who still lives in the projects where the robbery occurred. Jones has not returned to the project since the incident. Jones described the unknown male as being taller than he, wearing a black mask and a light blue t-shirt with brown skin. Unknown male 1 carried the gun in his right hand. Jones could only provide a brief description of unknown male 2 because he only got a momentary glimpse of him. The unknown male 2 was also wearing a black ski mask. Jones believed that the unknown males were young in age because of the way they behaved during the robbery. 2 years ago, Jones was robbed while in the Kingston projects. Jones was also shot during this robbery. So again, it's not far-fetched to think he has PTSD for sure, because he has gotten shot a lot in his lifetime. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all my opinion on reading this statement though. It definitely seemed like somebody definitely knew something, because if shots go out, he at least per the documents got shot twice, and you got somebody that's in the room with you in another bed that don't hear none of this, that's suspicious. And then your sister tell you that they plotting around. I don't know. It seemed a little suspect. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the chat. All right, let's go. Now, the robbery game. Hold on, let me find that paper so I can really see. Okay. Well, I can see it better in my hand. All right. So on October 21st, 99, this is a couple weeks prior to the statement made by Jones in regards to the shooting. Now, we'll just point out it. Okay. So let me just put this in the air while we're talking about it. The shooting itself, the shooting robbery happened in July 98. However, the feds came to talk to ODB in November 99. I feel like for one, why did the feds come talk to you? For one, right? For two, why did it take so long? It could be done. Like I said, that's what my mind was thinking. Now, on this document, like I said, it was filed October 21st, 99. It says here, request to open new case on above caption matter. Now, again, y'all see case ID 281F. And then it says NY new. Now, if I go back to the case number prior, it had actual numbers at the end. So I forgot I got to share my whole screen. So I'm going to tell y'all what the numbers say. So on the document that I read before, when they first was opening in the case on Wu-Tang Clan as far as the investigation, that case number was 281FNY 271747, and that was on August 17th, 99. Now we are at October 21st, 99, and is that the same document? It might be the same document number. NY. No, it's different. Okay, so this one now it says in October is 166E NY 271694. So that's another thing to keep in mind. They got all these documents mixed up, like mixed together, but the case IDs, some of them are different. All right. So Oh, I'm looking at the wrong paper right there. That's what I'm like, what the world? Let me put that down. All right. So this was October 21st. A lot of it is redacted. However, it says investigation has revealed an active robbery gang or crew who called themselves, and all of that is redacted. It then goes to say it's several CWs who is confidential witnesses that he actively participated in the robberies of several rap stars, including Blank and Old Dirty Bastard ODB, whose true name is Russell Jones. The investigation is a joint effort between the Federal Bureau of Investigation, New York City Police Department, and the Eastern District of New York, United States. Then the second part to that document says Ryder requests permissions to travel to Los Angeles, California from November 2nd, 99 to November 4th, 99 with the purpose of interviewing Jones. Jones surrendered to Los Angeles authorities on August 27th, 99 and is currently in a healthcare facility for 6 months. Therefore, Jones is unable to travel to New York area anytime in the future. Boom. Then it says that the writer will be traveling with 2 members of the NYPD, and it gives their names, and that they have spoken with Jones's attorney several occasions, and Jones is willing to cooperate with the investigation. AUSA, now y'all pay attention to this part, and y'all tell me what y'all think. AUSA, Kelly Moore, supports interviewing Jones as soon as possible so that a complaint may be drafted against several members of the commission. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this. I don't know like how much TV y'all watch, right? But I definitely in my time have watched a lot of TV. And why that stood out to me is because the only time I have heard the commission is in mob movies, right? Because the head people in the family sworn together, the commission. Again, I don't know. But when I saw that, I definitely thought mob because that's the only time I ever heard it. But it could mean something else. I just want to point that out. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I did try to look around to see if I saw anything. Nothing popped up. Like I said, just based off what's in here. But I for sure tried to see if it was a mob connection. But it wasn't from my research. Not saying it's not. But nevertheless, members of the commission. All right. Now, possible other victims. So I looked around as far as because in that document says multiple other rappers or whatnot. I found 2 cases in New York. One, I mean, they never confirmed if they were actually, they said is they're gonna look into it. But one was Gangstar's Guru, who is a producer. He has since passed away. I think he's a producer. He was robbed outside of a studio. And then rapper Foxy Brown was burglarized at gunpoint. Now, the armed man in Foxy Brown case actually came in the house, but like someone came before they could even get anything. So they didn't get nothing from that. But from the Guru, they definitely got like $6,000 and like some jewelry and stuff. And MTV.com reported on July 9th, 1998. This is why I said could be connected because in this document, in this article, they reference when they're talking about Foxy Brown's case, they reference ODB case also. And they said that they did not know if the 2 cases were related, but have launched their investigation. All right. So next, hold on a second. My grandbaby is hollering. All right, y'all. So next part. This what day this is? So this is September 99. ODB lawyer reaches out to NYPD. So on the left is the cover sheet just stating that they reached out, saying that he wanted to talk. Now, on the right hand side is the actual details of it. Now, a couple things that stood out to me. For one, the detective that's taking this is the Gang Intelligence Unit, which breaks down to GIU, right? Also, it says here the complainant is PSNYEDNY RICO investigation. So that's just kind of strange. Like For one, the investigation was looking into possibly opening a RICO case on Wu-Tang Clan. I understood with the shooting robbery, but then it just started seeming a little off to me, right? But again, at this point, I don't know. So in the conversation, it states that the lawyer for ODB, which is I think it's Peter Franco, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But he stated that my client is in hold on. You said, come on, McGruber was due for real. No. I think you misunderstood what I said on KG. Guru got robbed, and I said it's probably tied to the other robberies. Not that he had nothing to do with nothing else from that. Like, yeah. Come on, pay attention, KG. Now, no, I'm saying at this point, I'm talking about ODB now. I'm not even talking about Guru no more. But that was it. He was robbed during the same time frame of Foxy Brown and ODB. All right. So let's see here. So it says he's in the treatment facility in California at this point. However, the lawyer stated that ODB, he's not a producer. I mean, what is he? I mean, I don't know who he is. So hold on. I'm gonna say I don't know who he is. Look, they ain't going details in the article about him being wrong. I guess KG must be a hip hop fanatic. Look, I'm not a hip hop fanatic. Okay. I looked up the incident. I don't know. But I know I saw an article where he died. He's in music, okay? So my apologies to any hip hop heads. I don't know what he did. I just know he was part of a group when he died, or like a duo, and they had some issues, with the family and all that. Nevertheless, Okay, so back to ODB. So it does say here that ODB lawyer said that ODB wishes to cooperate in this case and our case. That's why I started scratching my head a little bit, right? Because I was kind of confused to why it says cooperate in this case, in our case. So that had me looking back at the case numbers, right? So on this particular case, the paper, the case number is a 166E, right? And then, like I told y'all, it's a 281F. So, give me a second. Boom, boom, boom. Give me a second. I had them all together. Now I don't. All right. So, y'all ready for this? KG, you ready for this? Because it seems like you definitely a hip hop head. I'm just going to put it out here. All right. So, according to the documents released, the shooting case, right, of like that has his original statement about being shot in a robbery is 166E. 166E NY 271694. This document is 166E-NY 271694. If y'all look back at the document that I showed from August 1799, where they started referencing the murder of Pooh and looking into Wu-Tang Clan, and they labeled it WTC, the case number is 281F-NY 271747. So, in my opinion, again, just in my opinion, the corroboration meant both of those cases, meaning his shooting case and corroboration in whatever investigation was going on into Wu-Tang Clan. Just my opinion. Just looking at the different case numbers. Those are the only two case numbers that's in this file. Y'all may not agree in school, but like I said, I just want y'all to know where I got that from. All right, let's keep on. All right, so July 99, New York drug case. Now, this is definitely where it started getting interesting, right? For me, because now I'm like, a drug case? Okay. So, and this also is spoken on, like I said, in the Showtime docuseries for the Wu-Tang. And it says And this part that I'm reading at the top that's real light, that's part of the article from is it on.com. And it says, although he eventually got out of jail on the body armor charge, ODB troubles with the law will continue to mount. He was soon arrested again in July 99, this time in New York on drug charges after he was caught with marijuana and 20 vials of crack cocaine. The next one is from MTV.com. And it says, Queens, New York. The Wu-Tang Clan will be short one of his original 9 members for at least another year, as ODB was ordered Wednesday, July 18th, and this is 2001, to spend a minimum 16 months behind bars. It says the judge actually sentenced ODB to 2 to 4 years for possession of 20 vials of crack cocaine, but the rapper will get credit for the 8 months he's already served since being picked up as a fugitive in Philadelphia in November. All right. So, and this is a picture of the actual lawyer and ODB, because this lawyer again contacts the NYPD again. So, and this time is November 30th of 99. So at this point, he already provided his statement as a witness to the robbery shooting that occurred to him. In the details part of this, it says on October 4th, 99, NYCPD gang intelligence detective had a telephone call by defense attorney Freckle, who is representing rap star Russell Jones, aka Old Dirty Bastard. On the left, you actually see another form where they list the details of the interaction. Now, it says here, now hold on, before I go into that, let's go over. So on that actual form, say 166E. We already know per other documents that's pertaining to the actual shooting. So that makes sense, right? So if you go over, it says here that, again, ODB is requesting to comply with questioning in regards to the case, basically saying, "Yo, I'm in rehab. I'm willing to talk to you, answer your questions." The lawyer is asking for what's the word? I gotta cut off. Hold on, let me get it, because it's a word I want to put out there that he actually says. One day I'm gonna be organized where. So basically, the word is like he was asking on the show. Just give me a minute. I don't want to say a word and that's not the word. And see, if I was able to share it regularly, I was gonna pull up the documents. Anyway. All right, hold that thought. I'll pull it up in a minute, because that's not it. All right, let's keep going. So basically, it's just an effort to talk to him. All right, now in the New York drugs case, ODB does make a deal with New York prosecutor Ken Holden. In the deal, it says that Holder agreed not to pursue a bail jumping indictment, which could have led to an additional 3 years in prison. A deal with Los Angeles prosecutors also assured that any sentence will run concurrently with a sentence there for probation violation. The bail jumping charges were filed after ODB escaped from Los Angeles rehab clinic in October. That may sound like recent, right? Because on the phone call with the lawyer stated, like, "Yo, it's in October. He wanted to talk." So somewhere around that time, after requesting to talk to the government, he did escape or leave, or left without permission from the rehab facility. All right, so I kind of already told y'all, but if you don't know what GIU is, it's the Gang Invention Unit. And I don't know why I put it at this point, because I literally had already said it. But yeah, y'all may keep seeing it on the documents, but that's what it means. Oh, now I see why I put it right here. So GIU had a meeting January 20th, 2000. and they discuss basically the status of the investigation. And if we look over here on the right, it's for the case ID 166E, which is the shooting case, the shooting/robbery case. Okay. So this is what they're talking about. All right. Now, I don't know what Bergen County narcotics got to do with this. This is the only document in the documents they released that references. But again, it says that 166E. Okay. Case. So my mind goes to that. It's the shooting robbery case. And in the notes, it says that a CI on the case will be made available to talk with the police. So that's all I could find on that. I don't know, I don't know, but it's in there. All right. Follow up from the 98 shooting. Again, 166E case number. Here, they are requesting, or they are stating that they actually spoke with someone that provided a statement in regards to the shooting. Now, in this statement, so basically, because it's heavily redacted, however, the person providing this statement is the woman that's in the house. It never said if it's actually ODB's sister or if it's like a female cousin, but the statement itself does go into detail about knowing information, hearing this, being in an apartment, telling the kids not to shut the door. So whoever the female is was in the house. And that's the statement that was provided on April 19, 2000, about a year and a half or so after the fact. Yeah. All right. So 166E is officially closed in 2005. And basically says, hey, there's no additional information provided. It goes into breaking down the information in regards to what ODB provided in his statement. But, hey, they said it wasn't, hold on, y'all, my phone back now. Said it wasn't nothing more they can do about it. So that was closed 2005. And again, ODB, if you didn't know, passed away in 2004. So they didn't even have a complaining, victim anymore. Now, October 7th, 99, someone provided a statement. And why do you say I say someone provided a statement? Well, it says reference FD 302. Every other 302 is available when they have the form to say it's there. This one does not have it there. So whoever provided this interview, name is redacted, so I can't tell you who it is. However, somebody definitely provided a statement. And do you want to know why I had to put it in the slideshow, right? Look at the case number. 281F. We know 281F is the investigation case number from Wu-Tang Clan. So, don't know what was provided, what wasn't provided, but something was definitely provided. The conspiracy theory. So again, and for those who have not been following me, y'all pay attention to the documents. 281F is what these documents are from. This is the conspiracy. All right. So it says here for request the assistance of the FAST unit to be involved in the above caption case. Then it goes into the details portion. The Wu-Tang Clan is a well-known musical group from the Staten Island, New York area that specializes in rap-type music. The WTC was started in the early 1990s and was founded by, hold on, where are my notes? Because I actually filled in the blank the best I can. Dang it. I literally had all this in order, and now it's not in order. Okay, here we go. All right, so per my research, right, the founding members are Robert Diggs, aka RZA, Gary Grace, aka Jizza, and Russell Jones, aka AODB, who are all cousins. All right, so what's next? So then it says it's redacted. Then it says that they're part of like a gun conspiracy in the Suburbanville, Ohio area. Okay. They even said that they can be traced from or traced, and like statements was provided that says they can link them back to them, all that. Then it says that they have details where if you are part of Wu-Tang Clan, you literally had to put in work. Once you put in enough work, you were provided a contract, a music contract. And this is what it says per these documents. It also states that they feel like all these businesses that were tied to Wu-Tang Clan was just used as like money laundering, which includes clothing companies, record labels, what else is over here? Leasing corporations, like they say all that. All right. So we look on the right side. It says this case is being worked in conjunction with Squad C30, which is the violent crime / gang squad, the U.S. Attorney's Office, Eastern District of New York, the 120 precinct of the NYPD, Staten Island, and the Richmond County District Attorney's Office of Staten Island. It is anticipated that the RCDAU forfeiture unit will also be involved in this case. I wonder why. It is also requested that AUSA, Ben Campbell, ND, NY, and the FAST unit become involved with this matter also. Then it says SA somebody has been assigned the task of identifying the flow of monies through the assets and titles controlled by WTC and will work in conjunction with the FAST unit. So they was trying to see what's what. All right, Rico in the making. Now, this again, look at the case ID number 281F. This is where, if it would have led to anything, this is where they was getting their information from, or this is the outline they would have used to say this is why they should be considered the RICO, part of the RICO statute. Hold on, y'all. Because I filled in the blanks on this too. I just got to find it. Because like I told y'all, it's going to be a part 2, and y'all about to see why I said it's going to be a part 2. And y'all don't be talking about me, okay? Now, how about I just found the form that I needed to find, that I needed a minute ago? What is this one? Okay. Bam. So that first page I already went over with y'all. But we go to the middle one. It goes into the murder of Robert Johnson, aka Pooh, which is a known as associate of the Wu-Tang Clan that I mentioned earlier in the slide. So, what's going to be important about this? Not only was he a known associate, but it's alleged that he fell out with members of the Wu-Tang Clan, and the gun that was found at his crime scene in New York was traced back to Suburbanville, Ohio. Okay. And okay. It had been identified through a CI of being provided to WTC members to take back to New York. Now, I just got to say this. Do I think it's off that a known associate of Wu-Tang Clan, right, was found with a gun that could trace back to Wu-Tang Clan? I really didn't think it was like odd, right? Because it possibly, just in my opinion, just thinking about it, maybe it was his gun, right? It was actually his gun, and whatever went on, his gun was used on him, and that's the main reason why they left the gun there. I mean, or it could be something else. But I just thinking that, it's plausible to just think that it was actually the victim's gun and that the person who killed him just used his own gun. All right, so I'm going to go down to this last paragraph in the middle. So, y'all ready? Like I said, I'm not going to touch too much on it because this is part 2. But June 20th, 99, the Staten Island homicide detectives arrested Blank for the murder of Jerome Australia, aka Boo Boo. Okay. Blank confessed to this murder, and in his written confession indicated that he was an enforcer who had shot and possibly killed 5 other individuals. During his confession, Blank indicated that Blank had also participated in the shooting of Australia. Then this whole bunch of blank. According to the detective, the blank are members of the Bloods gang and are involved in the drug trafficking business in the Park Hill section of Staten Island, New York. The blank and the WC are blank in the Park Hill area of Staten Island. It is believed that the blank sometimes carry out enforcement actions for WTC, which includes beatings, shootings, and murder. Blank told the detectives that he wants to make a deal with the federal authorities and he is willing to cooperate with the feds only. It is likely that Blank can provide valuable information about past and current activities of the WTC as well as the blank. Now, then it goes to say, another suspect discussed by the detectives was that of a shooting and carjacking that occurred on Staten Island by an associate of the WTC. Blank attempted to rob Blank during a drug deal for Angel Dust. Blank shot Blank twice and stole his car, and this drug deal gone bad. Blank survived his wounds, and he and Blank identified the shooter as Blank. And Blank is also a suspect in an unsolved homicide, which was supposedly ordered by the WTC. Intelligence indicates that blank area. The detectives have reliable information as to the exact whereabouts of blank. The detectives are seeking assistance of the FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office to further their case along as to package the numerous crimes committed by the WTC organization in the form of federal charges and RICO prosecution. Ben Campbell of the U.S. Attorney's Office, Eastern District of New York, have been briefed, and this case is willing to see prosecution of the WTC. Based on this intelligence, it is recommended that this case be opened and assigned to SA blank. Well, I mean, and we just think about it, it obviously didn't go nowhere. You know why? Because an indictment didn't happen. But that's a whole lot. And you know what? I'm not gonna do y'all like that. I'm gonna fill in some blanks. Now, but I'm not gonna go in detail because it's part 2. I'm gonna give y'all the name. So the person arrested, because I don't want nobody thinking it was ODB. The person that was arrested was a guy named Brian Humphreys. Okay, he is the person that is stating he killed Jerome Australia, aka Boo Boo. Okay, he also is the one that confessed to the murder in a written confession and all that. Now, he indicated that a guy named Anthony Christian also participated in a shooting of Australia. Hold on, let me look at my graph. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure I have the names right. So then, where it says blank are members of the Bloods gang and are involved in drug trafficking, that is the Christian Brothers, and y'all can literally just Google it or whatever if y'all want to. But yeah, the Christian Brothers. And then also it states every other blank is Humphreys, Brian Humphreys. Now, the reason why I want to get into it because it's actually a little plot twist to this, and if I get into it now, right now, it's gonna take me forever. Okay, so I'd rather get it together and then tell you, but I just want to fill in the blanks for y'all. All right, now this is the last slide, and then I'm gonna tell y'all some other things. And as y'all can see, look at the case number 281F, and this was dated July 12, 2004. Request to close it. Now, take your eyes one more place before we go to the next slide. In the details section, it is requested that the above caption case be closed as the matter is being investigated by squad C30 case file 267C. Okay, so that is the third case. Okay, the third case. So originally I thought the whole thing had just closed, but nah, this one closed, but something else open. So part two, as y'all can see, will be on the murders that's alleged to be connected to the Wu-Tang Clan, which is the murder of Pooh, Boo Boo, Shank Bank, Wise God, Allah, and also the gun case with Wu-Tang Clan connection, and what actually came about on case 267C, which is the third case that they opened on it. Now, hold on. Let me do something. Y'all ain't got no questions? I said a lot of stuff. Y'all ain't got no questions? Let me see. Let me stop sharing this real quick. Righty. All right. So, just to show y'all, like I said, the documents are available. And these are the actual 83. Y'all see it's 83 pages. And this is what I want to show y'all. All right. So, this is what's kind of weird. So, on this 166E, which is the on the shooting, it's the shooting case, right? Of the shooting and robbery. They put on September 1st, it's either September, I think that's September 11, 2000. They're talking about arrest and shooting, right? But I don't know how the connection is, but I'm about to show y'all because it's just kind of juicy. I just haven't been able to piece together exactly why it's in this case. So let's get to it. So y'all see, we already went over that, but yeah. Here we go. Y'all ever seen this before? Before I say, do y'all know what this is about? Ooh. Do y'all see the names on it? Well, this is an actual picture of Shine, aka Jamal Barrows, who was arrested during after a club shooting that involved P. Diddy. Yeah. Y'all remember J-Lo got arrested too or detained too? Because she's right here. Boom. So yep, this is here. December 28th, 99. This also is in there. I don't know exactly what's supposed to be the point of like origin. Unless it's just showing, okay, it's the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna say, why is that in there? Then boom, Puffy is arrested. And it goes into the details of that. All that. Mm-hmm. This is some more Puffy and J-Lo when it was in the back of the car. Don't give me the line to why this part. I think it's just part of it, but that's in there. So, I don't know, right? So, in this case, I did look into it a little bit, right? 3 people was actually charged. Shine, P. Diddy, and at that time he was Puff Daddy. And then the bodyguard named Wolf. Now I know, y'all should know, or maybe I don't. If we fast forward, Wolf, that's in this case, is actually the victim in the Atlanta murder case outside the strip club that they said Big Meech committed. So yeah, same person. So years before that, of course, he's involved in this case. Now I looked at some interviews. I looked at a couple things because I really was kind of like, why is it here, right? So, Puff Daddy did go to the grand jury. I looked at the articles from back during that time, and basically they said that he went and like gave a statement. He ain't answered no questions. That he voluntarily went before the grand jury to give a statement. Okay. He held like this big press conference, all that. Now, his dream team attorneys, he had Johnny Cocker and all that. So ultimately, Wolf and P. Diddy got off, acquitted, nothing. Shine, on the other hand, went to jail for 10 years. Now, I looked up the whole like friction between Shine and P. Diddy, and KG had already kind of put it out there in the chat that it's alleged because it's people that's close to the situation, allegedly, that did interviews back then that said basically P. Diddy had, or P. Diddy and his camp had people come forward as witnesses to put it all on Shine. I can't confirm or deny, but hey, it's out there. Y'all can listen to the interviews yourself. Okay. Now, Shine did get released, I think in like 2009, 2010, and he made a statement saying that, you know, him and Diddy had a conversation. They hashed things out, and he said that Diddy actually told him he should have handled it differently back then. What that actually means, I don't know. Why is this in this case? I don't know. Now, I can tell you my possible opinion, right? Possible opinion is one of the guns used in this situation tracing back to Ohio, right? That's one, because again, part of the whole investigation was the gun trafficking. So I'm wondering if this case included a gun that came possibly from Ohio, right? Second, well, now that I think about it, it would have been on the other case number. Anyway, that's still one thought process I had. And then second was Shine or somebody else on this case part of the gang that they said was doing robberies? And I say that because according to the document in this same case file, they said they believe that the people involved in this robbery gang was actually at some point included in the scene, the what's the thing, in the entertainment field. So look, that's my thought process of why it's in here. Is either the gun trace back or possibly somebody involved was linked to the whole robbery gang. But yeah, so that was interesting. So they have these. So one thing is, like I told y'all, ODB got a long record. Okay. Now, as far as this case itself, this file is listed under ODB, right? However, it does reference Wu-Tang Clan as far as the investigation. However, nobody else's name is unredacted, right? And for it to be 9 members, I don't see space for 9 people to be listed on it. So maybe it was just, key members, maybe. Like I said, a lot of stuff is redacted. You really don't know what's under it. Now, some other members will, yeah, he did get deported. I did read up on that. And then he became like what, the ambassador or something? Another thing, part 2 is gonna be good because part 2 we're gonna get into some more people that's part of Wu-Tang. Okay, so RZA name is dropped. Their manager, the Wu-Tang Clan manager name is dropped. So the next one is definitely. I already got the docs. It's just I got to break it down. When I say this, I hope y'all enjoyed my slideshow presentation because it took me hours to condense it and make it look pretty. Okay, but in a nutshell, I still am left with the question: what exactly was ODB doing cooperating in the investigation of Wu-Tang Clan? Did he provide anything? You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't give no other statements besides the one for the shooting. It just shows that his lawyer kept reaching out for him to be able to talk to cooperate in both cases. And like I showed y'all, it is 2 different case numbers. One is pertaining to the shooting and robbery of him in 98, and then the other one is pertaining to possible RICO charges at the time that could have been brought on Wu-Tang Clan. So I don't know. What y'all thinking? I need some candy. Y'all speechless? Did y'all already know this? Like, I thought y'all was gonna have more to say about it. I think I kind of. What y'all think about how I summed it up though? Because I literally, when I say this is, I'm just gonna give y'all. Hold on. That's it. Let me. What I'm about to show. Oh, I guess I can show y'all some of this right here, where I got some of my research from. Hold on. All right, so like I told y'all, for the truth 10, y'all already know I definitely do everything. But like I said, Oxygen, I said own. So yeah, it was Oxygen. True Crime is where I was able to get some of the details for RZA's case info, and that's how I found out about the documentary. And I checked it out on Showtime. I haven't finished watching it, but I actually started watching Wu-Tang, the saga on Hulu. I'm not sure exactly where it came from originally, but I started watching it last night. But it kept throwing me off when I was trying to like piece together the timeline because I had a hard time figuring out who was who. So if y'all have watched it, I really didn't know who was who until like episode 3 when I heard the last name. And I said, oh, okay. Now I'm starting to piece together. So didn't really use the Wu-Tang saga really off of this. But I did watch the docuseries on Showtime. And they talked about a lot of now. Did they go in detail about everything? No. But RZA does say that he was, involved in drug dealing and street hustling. I mean, he does say that. All right, let me see what else. And I'm just basically showing y'all for reference the standpoint, so y'all can read more onto it. I gave a summary, but like I said, MTV.com. This was from 2001. They broke down the crack case and all that, so that's a good resource to use. Also on Oxygen, you can take a look at this, and this talks about the whole situation where, like I said, he was having so many were PTSD. I mean, I don't think it's far-fetched or even off to think that, because in a short period of time, he definitely was shot multiple times. I mean, to get shot at 8 times by the police, I mean, and then come to find out, this is what I did say. It was a phone. He only had a phone. They never found a gun. He only had a phone. And if you don't know, ODB passed away in 2004 from a drug overdose. So, all right. How was this? Oh, okay. Let me show y'all. All right. So just in case y'all may want to check it out yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and y'all know I like to share the wealth. I'll give y'all the case number if y'all want to look it up yourself. For the next part of the case, for part 2, because it's actually on Pacer. So the case number is at the top, and it's 111CR00425, and it's the United States versus Anthony Christian. Like I told y'all, they label them the Christian brothers. I'm not about to go in detail about it right now because, like I said, that's my part 2. But hey, that is what I'm looking at. And y'all see this document alone is 105 pages. Okay. So, but hey, y'all want to check it out? There you go. But definitely check out our docuseries for sure. Give you a lot of insight. But that's what I got, y'all. Like I said, I just wanted to break that down. I thought it was interesting. I had never heard of the investigation into the Wu-Tang members or into ODB on that level. I knew he had a lot of run in with the law, but it was interesting. I still just have that question on exactly did he ever cooperate in regards to the case. But I mean, he's really not here or there because, again, rest in peace, he's deceased. Two, the Rico case was never brought up, right, from what we see. But I am interested into finding out what happened with that investigation that opened after that case was closed. Well, that investigation was closed. Yeah, that's it. Now I do have, y'all know, I'm trying to do different things, so I am going to do a couple more of these that's kind of like older, right? That we may not know really about. Um, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm about to tell y'all one of them, and y'all might be like, "Really, Mickey?" And the reason why, y'all know, the reason why is because the case when we did R. Kelly. Okay, now y'all know we already did R. Kelly, but when we did that one, it was a conversation. We went over the documents, this and that. Jeffrey Weinstein. No. Dang, what's his name? Jeffrey Epstein. Case file is now public, okay? And I'm still going through it because it's a large document. And as long as nothing like too crazy, I kind of want to break down the paperwork. So that may be coming up too. Jeffrey Epstein paperwork is out. Who else? So I came across, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm probably not gonna do it because it's just like an endless black hole in my opinion. But Tupac's paperwork is out too, and not just like him, but his actual case file from his murder investigation, which will include Biggie Smalls, and they actually have Eazy-E. Um, it is man. When I say it's so many documents in that one, I've glanced, but I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. I'm O3 one is still coming along. Well, like I said, that should be dropping. I'm just trying to really. It gave me time that his album got pushed back, but at the same time, I got to finish it because I want to drop it when his album drops. So, any questions? Everybody good? I don't think that was that bad. Y'all thought I was gonna come far fetched, ain't it? All right, let me see. Oh yeah, somebody was sending me the stuff about DJ Envy partner. I'm actually about to look at it. I've been just doing Wu-Tang for the past 48 hours. I may, depending on what I find, I may drop a video at some point tonight. So if I find something, I'll do a video. If y'all don't see a video from it, then I mean I ain't find nothing that I can show y'all in regards to my working on it. But other than that, y'all, that's all I got today. Y'all kind of quiet in the chat. I thought y'all was gonna be like having more to say. We talking about the hip hop people, but I glad, cause I mean maybe I summed it up pretty well. So that's always a plus. Hold on, what I'm looking at. All right. So in summary, before I close out, I just want to say a couple things. Thank you to everybody that has been referring people to subscribe to my channel. I'm pretty sure in like the next week or so, I'll hit 6K. I'm currently at 5,931. So I appreciate y'all. Collectively, I think I'm at like 1.4 million views. I appreciate every view, whether you view it just to critique it or whatever. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody that pull up and actually engage with you, girl. And be in the comments. I had my very first viral short. That was cool. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, KG. Y'all know I'm just trying to, stay in this algorithm because I will say I'm in there. I'm trying to stay in there. But at the same time, I'm just trying to show how I can be diversified with the type of things I do. Like I for some reason I just got in the field of like the rat finder. Thank you, Jersey on, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to do this is why I wanted to do this case too, because it's like I'm good at putting together, since, to be honest, I think Takeoff case was one of the ones that was piecing together a puzzle for sure. Rest in peace, Takeoff. But I haven't done a case like this to breaking out since like YSL. When I did the whole YSL member breakdown, that was one that caused me to do some research. And then when we originally did Y&W Melly murder trial, you know what I'm saying? So outside of that, it's more so just going through the paperwork. But it felt good to do some actual, research and time, piecing together time frame. So I enjoyed it. So I'm definitely going to be doing more of those. If y'all have a case that, it may be older or whatever, and you want me to look at it, let's do it. I am about to do an update on the case. I haven't had the time to actually do. I've been talking about it since I started, but the trial or the plea where a lot of the people involved are happening right here in my area. So I'm going to be doing that soon to talk about it, because that was a subject I haven't touched on months ago. It's just, man, things be going so fast, and you be like, whew. I'm trying to make sure that's everything, because tomorrow, y'all, is on Memorial Day. I want everybody to enjoy themselves. I'm actually going to be spending time with the kids. I'm not planning on being Mickey Truth tomorrow. Now, of course, if something break, it's different. But for the most part, I'm planning on chilling out with the kids tomorrow. So I'm trying to make sure I'm saying everything now. Y'all know what? Look, if it's something I think about, y'all know I don't mind tearing up my community wall. If you ever wonder if I'm going live, when I'm going live, when I'm dropping, just check my community wall, because I post all the time. I don't delete. People are telling me I should delete more. I don't delete though at this point, because I always feel like it's gonna come back around, and I'll be like, just look at my wall. And yeah, that's it. Like I said, part 2 coming soon. I might do it next Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to, rush it. So we might do Wu-Tang part 2 next Sunday. So that's probably what we do next Sunday. Next Sunday, like I said, we're gonna get into the murders and all that, the actual connections, and we're gonna see if we can figure out if it was something with it. And that's it. That's what I got, y'all. I'm actually looking for my outro music, but I haven't been able to find it. That's why I've been just sitting here talking like, dang, I can't even find my outro music. Oh, To Live and Die in Your City. When do y'all think I'm gonna look? Put in the chat. When do y'all think I should do the first series, right? The first one of that. And if you wasn't on my live when I told y'all, I said I was gonna start doing like a mini series of content called To Live and Die in Your City. And I said Dobie was one of the ones I was gonna touch on. But of course, Mo 3 is one, and that's just off of I'm about to do content on him anyway. But I need some people, some other artists, and I'm talking about like rappers and stuff that actually was killed in their cities. That's what that's going to focus on. Like I said, I got a couple already, but I'm not all the way diverse in the hip hop thing. So like, if y'all got some people, hit me up. Let me know who it is, so I can put them on the list, because I do want to do at least 10, and I think I only got like maybe 4 or 5 of them. So like, I do want to do at least 10. Okay, let me tell you, KG, that Mode 3. It's definitely been a learning thing. Like I said, I've been actually taking my time. I've been like really connecting with people there, because unlike, and this is why I say this is going to be my biggest body of content, because unlike a lot of content I do, Mo 3 storyline does not include a lot of paperwork. Okay, it doesn't include a lot of paperwork at all, because that's why it's a myth. You know what I'm saying? You really got to be tapped in to even know what's going on. So like, I talked to a lot of people that I've been able to connect with actually in Dallas, and stuff like that. So pretty cool. We're gonna definitely do that. Let me see what else. I got some collabs coming soon. It's just, y'all, I don't be know. I be like, dang, I'm not even there yet. I be like, I'll be busy. Cause like next weekend I got in-person interviews with some artists that been hitting me up. I got my events that I'm getting booked for the host. So hey, I'm getting better with timing. If y'all was on Clubhouse or if y'all hear on YouTube the recording from this morning in the morning show, I literally was up last night doing this Wu-Tang research and participating on Clubhouse. So I was up for hours. I went to sleep. Um, exactly, KG. I went to sleep for a couple hours and I woke up to be on the morning show because Sundays is the days I committed to actually being on there. Y'all went to play audio and I went to sleep. And they laughed at me so hard. They said I was snoring. I was tired. I just be trying to get some sleep where I can. But think I'm doing pretty good. I'm just trying to juggle it all. I want to make sure I keep putting out content, and not half step. I think I'm getting better though. How y'all like the slideshow? Y'all like it better that way? And that's the reason why I did slideshow, because sometimes I'm not even gonna be tripping. If I'm doing something real detailed those when I make videos and have to crop it, and it just be aggravating. And y'all notice I try not to do those videos too much. I'll go live if anything. But I think if I start doing PowerPoint things, I think that would be better. So y'all just let me know in the comments at some point if y'all like the PowerPoint part of it better. And I actually got that from when we did the whole Chef G case, and I liked it how they had the PowerPoint. It was easy just to flow through it like that. Trying to make sure that's it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like everybody that been hitting me up, y'all continue to do so. I got a list. But I'm trying to like find that balance. Okay, yeah, Jersey. I do too. And it's definitely time consuming, but I think it look nice. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm trying to balance current, but I would say this: I cannot do every current event. I can't. I cannot do every current event. Some I may just do like a short two, you know what I'm saying? Or I may just drop it. If I'll do my regular lives. And I try to do, you know what I'm saying, like just a regular live, meaning I ain't really talking about content, just to chop it up with y'all because y'all be funny, okay? I love my truth team and I just be wanting to talk sometimes. So I started last week. I did my lunch break live, and I think I'm gonna do that maybe at least once a week. Just do like a midday live and just talk about whatever. And I was able to talk about stuff that I didn't was gonna do a video on. So now I will say I might do Quando Rondo, right? And Lil Tim. And the only reason why, because of the whole situation with what Dirt said, and then Quando came back and said, and now I saw Poetic Flacco said he admitted that Quando Rondo was admitting to 7 bodies, and I'm like, oh Lord. So I'm probably gonna do like a video to that, and that's just because I need to do an update anyway, even though it's really not an update with Lil Tim. But I kind of want to just do that whole thing. So we still got to get into King Von and O Block. So I'm just, I'll probably do that one. And then, like I said, if I find something on the DJ Envy partner, I'm definitely gonna do that one. People keep asking me about the Big U stuff. So originally, I can't remember who it was. I was on IG Live. Somebody asked me, and I'm like, "Where is it?" Like I ain't knew. Of course, when I got on Clubhouse, they told me about it. I got some info from it. I really haven't had time to look. It just depends on what I find with that one, if I'm going to do a video about it. Because, when you get into gang politics, that's not really my thing because I'm not in one. I don't know the regulations, the rules and regulations to it. So I had to check it out to see exactly what they're talking about. Because if it's too gang related, I ain't gonna do it. Just because I really would just be, but nevertheless. I'll let y'all know how that go. But yeah, bye here, y'all. I'll see y'all. Yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm sitting here but scratching my head like, dang, is it something else? So I'm just gonna leave it at that at this point. I'm not gonna do my outro because I can't find it. I was looking at my phone. Freaky Tay. Hold on, let me write that down. I don't even know who that is either. Look, I don't know. Look, it's so funny because sometimes like people be like, "You don't know who that is?" I'm like, "Yo, I don't." I said, "I promise you." Some of my biggest content, well, no, I ain't gonna say that. What kind of? Some of my biggest content was from people I didn't even know, like Boston Rich. I didn't even know who that was. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these people, I don't even know who they are. I mean, I don't need to know you to just like piece together your timeline, but yeah, okay, I got it on my list. Lost Boys, okay. I don't know what my grandbaby around there doing, but she got the whole house rocking. So I'm gonna look into that. Now, I will say this before I get off air. It's some controversial cases, right? Investigations that the FBI has made public. And I don't know if I want to touch on it, but it's some. Like they got Elizabeth Taylor, they got I'm not gonna touch none of the political ones because they got the Trump one that's public. They got Hillary Clinton that's public, but they got there's a whole lot of them. But I think I might touch on the controversial one. I just got to pick one and see which is what. But y'all, I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Y'all make sure y'all share this live. I'm not chopping it down because I think I kind of got to the point pretty quick. It shouldn't be a issue to finding what you want, whatnot. So this is the Wu-Tang Part 1 content. Okay. Y'all, I hope y'all have a good night. Have fun tomorrow if you are cooking out tomorrow. Some of y'all probably cooked out today. I was too busy doing research, but I will be cooking tomorrow and just kicking back with the kids. So y'all enjoy y'all family. Y'all enjoy y'all time. I'm about to get up off of here and give me some rest for sure. So I appreciate y'all as always. Holla!